Good morning, and good morning to those of you who will be viewing this after the ceremony. I'm Marcia Latta. I serve as Vice President for Advancement here at University of Findlay, and today is a very special and joyous day. We celebrate the lives of Donald and Ruth A. Mathews and their legacy and the impact it will make on future generations of students here at the University of Findlay. Don Mathews taught mathematics at Findlay College and University of Findlay from 1985 through 2003. For many years, he also served as the Math and Computer Science Chair or Co-Chair. During that time, he taught approximately 2,500 students. We're very pleased today to have with us some representatives, current and former faculty of the Departments of Math and Department of Computer Science, and we appreciate you being here very much. There are many people who impact a gift like the Mathews gift. And we don't know by name most of those folks, because to decide to commit and give a large portion of your life's earnings, you have to feel very strongly and passionately about the institution and what it's going to do and what it's going to mean. And those sorts of feelings come about because of the people you work with, because of the students you teach, because of the ethos of the place. And so for all of those people who made such a positive impact and impression on the lives of the Mathews, we thank you. I also know that Jay Adele was a development officer here at the time. And we have records that he had conversations with the Mathews. And we thank you for the work and the role that you played in this gift as well. I want to share with you that with their gift, the Donald L. and Ruth A. Morehead Mathews Scholarship Endowment Fund has been established now, totaling $644,540. That will be an endowment in perpetuity. It will grow. I want to share with you a little bit about them before introducing someone who worked with Don. Don Mathews was a 1951 graduate of Bloom High School in Wapakoneta, Ohio. He received his Bachelor of Science in Mathematics degree from Ohio University in 1957 and received a graduate degree in mathematics from Indiana University in 1966. He also served in the Army for 2 years during that time. His wife, Ruth Ann, received her bachelor's degree from Bowling Green State University and retired in 1995 after 26 years as an elementary school teacher in Attica and Old Fort, Ohio. She passed away in 2019. Don taught for a stretch of years as a math and science teacher at Buskin Valley High School and from 1962 to 1985 as a mathematics teacher at Fostoria High School. There he was also the senior advisor, the National Honor Society advisor, and head of the mathematics department. Upon retirement from Fostoria is when he began his teaching career here at Findlay College, which later became University of Findlay. Part of his course load included teaching in the prison system in Lima, Ohio. And I think we'll hear a little bit more about that from Ann Albert. He passed away in 2012. And I want to say that their endowed scholarship will be awarded annually to students from Fostoria High School, McLean High School, Old Fort High School, and Wapakoneta High School as they set this up. So with no further ado, we're so pleased to have with us today someone who knew him very well, Professor Emerita from the Math Department, Ann Albert.
Thank you, Dr. Latta. I really appreciate your points you had made. Yes, my name's Ann Albert. I retired from the University of Findlay in 2015, and I taught here for 36 years before that, starting in 1979, when the student enrollment was all of 600 students. So you can all picture things were different then. The faculty was small, and all campus faculty meetings were the only governance structure. So all the faculty members came and decided. I enjoyed knowing so many of the students and the faculty. And I'm really pleased to speak about my former University of Findlay mathematics colleague and friend, Don Mathews. He came to Findlay College in 1985, 6 years after me. He had retired from nearby Fostoria High School, as Dr. Latta mentioned. He transitioned easily into teaching at the college level. Now that's quite an accomplishment if you've been teaching high school and lower for many years. He carefully prepared his classes, and I remember one instance when he was showing me the examples he was going to use in his logic and sets class. He really spent time on getting the material ready, and probably he hadn't taught that before he came here. So he was an active learner while he was here. As he was a new faculty member, he stepped right in and helped the department in many ways, including his first year. He taught calculus class when a faculty member was out having a baby. Students in Don's classes who were preparing to be teachers benefited from his many years of teaching experience. He was able to help students learn the math as well as how to teach it when they became teachers. He was especially pleased to help struggling students, believing that they might become actually the best teachers. He also appreciated the success of the top students in his classes, but he always said he wouldn't accept credit for how well they did. He taught a wide variety of classes over 17 years, and as Dr. Latta said, when he was hired, part of the contract was you were going to teach down in Lima at a correctional institution. Over this time period, we also, the university as a whole, taught classes in general education for Owens Community College when it was next door. So when we go for diverse experiences, the university has a lot of them, but some of them we don't have anymore. We're not at the prison or teaching Owens classes. But he really cared about his students and all the contexts. He was always caring and got ready carefully for the content of his courses. I had an office adjacent to him, both of us more towards the ends of our careers, and we enjoyed talking about our students and what they were doing and sharing ideas about teaching. He often had students in his office working together on math, and those of us who are faculty, certain professors are able to bring the students in to really get some help or to go over things that were important, including their own lives. I think everyone on campus would remember him as a friendly person and a very kind colleague. And the faculty that he was the chair over was both mathematics and computer science when they were together. Things that were going on between those years of 1989 and 1993 while he was leader was when we changed from Findlay College to the University of Findlay. We had curricular changes, we moved offices, and we appreciated having him as a leader in our group, a small group that it was. One of our events that we still continue that was going on then was having Math Day. And some of the years Math Day was in the Union, and some of the years it was downstairs in Weinbrenner. In some years, the lunch was right here in this gorgeous room. We always were glad to have guests come to this room for lunch. One thing that became a tradition was that the Math Day was not your basic pick it from the caterer of chicken and whatever, because Don did not eat chicken. We had an Italian beef buffet and salad and other options. And we realized a few years after he retired that we were still offering the same meal even with him gone. So it was our tradition by then. As Dr. Latta said, Don and his wife Ruth both had really long careers as educators. After she retired in 1995, Don considered retiring. They both had health issues in the 1990s, and his office was right next to mine. Oh, he just didn't really want to retire yet. He loved teaching. And if you know some people in different businesses who just can't wait to get out, nothing like that for Don. But when he did finally retire, it was 2002. They purchased a fifth wheel and spent some time in Arizona. His wife Ruth was a longtime cancer survivor, and they enjoyed 10 more years together after he retired, which of course was a blessing. They're remembered for stories of summers they spent in Minnesota, all about it, that they live on a farm, and they had a lot of variety of subjects that interested them, including Don was interested in poetry, and he talked to my daughter about her poems. They were generous in many ways, both of them. One food item was that they brought in cider that they'd had pressed and shared that with our department. I think all of us in math and computer who knew them had really good memories of times together with them on and off campus. And I'm really pleased they're going to continue supporting the University of Findlay and its students. He really enjoyed working with the students. He was all about the students. He was very positive about the university and the education the students were getting. He enjoyed the faculty and staff as a family, as that's how we felt. And Ruth would come on campus and join a group and go out to lunch, and just was a very friendly person as well. And I just wish that the generosity of their gift will continue to impact future students for years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne, for those wonderful memories of Don and his time together with you and other colleagues at the University of Findlay. Because of Don and Ruth's generosity, the university now has the resources to offer multiple scholarships, helping to provide tuition assistance and promote educational achievement among our students. Students at the University of Findlay will benefit from this estate gift for generations to come, as Marcia's favorite phrase is, in perpetuity. This legacy gift received from Don and Ruth is a great example, actually, of how estate giving can make a transformational difference for students and the university as a whole. Gifts like these secure the future of this great institution, and they provide gifts that will enhance our ability to recruit and retain students, that will enable us to equip students for great success. And that, after all, is the great mission we serve. It's the one Don and his wife served as educators, and we are very proud to carry on that tradition with this great gift. Thank you, all of you, for joining us here in person and virtually this morning and helping us create a memory for all of us and for family members of the generosity of Don and Ruth Mathews. The university will forever benefit from and be grateful for their legacy gift. And speaking of great students, I have a treat for you. I'd like to introduce our Student Government Association President, Olonefe Akinmulayan. We call him O because he's our friend. He will share with you some of his remarks regarding his experience at the University of Findlay. Please welcome O.
Thank you, Dr. Fell, for that great introduction. My name is Olonefe Akinmulayan, and most people do know me as O. I come from Aurora, Illinois, and I am a P4 in the pharmacy program. I serve as the president of the Student Government Association, and it's been a blessing and an honor to do so for my second year. I want to thank you all for joining us this morning, and it is a pleasure to meet you all. I would like to personally thank Donald and Ruth Mathews for their contribution to the overall success of the University of Findlay. As a recipient of the Heritage Scholarship for African American Students Endowment in 2019, I know firsthand that scholarships such as this one aided in my encouragement to be a better leader for my community and the communities that I work with. When students receive scholarships, it means that someone believes in them. They inspire students to, just like myself, to set higher goals, embrace the challenges, and find our passion. Scholarships continue to build upon the knowledge that we have and trust that we can cause a positive impact in society. I thank you for letting me speak today. I thank you to Donald and Ruth for their generous donation and their contribution to the University of Findlay. I pray that their legacy will continue to live on and that their families continue to be blessed and those that receive scholarships continue to be blessed as well. I thank you, the UF student body thanks you, and student bodies to come also thank you. So now I will hand it back over to the magnificent Dr. Marsha Latta for some closing statements.
Thank you so much. Oh, I don't think anyone's ever referred to me as the magnificent Marcia before, but kind of like the alliteration there. Really appreciated your remarks with respect to how much a scholarship means, and you are correct. The monetary aspect is the obvious and certainly impacts, but to hear you say it also is a show of confidence in a student, that's very compelling and wonderful to hear. There are some family members of Don and Ruth who were not able to be here today, and we will be sharing this video with them. And I hope that you will enjoy seeing this and know how much this gift means to the University of Findlay and to our students. As I mentioned at the outset, Professor Mathews taught approximately 2,500 students here. Those students are now alumni, and they are scattered hither and yon around the globe. And the number of future students who will be coming here due to their generosity, it's untold, but the impact really is powerful. I thank the former colleagues, Faculty Emerita, Professor Albert for being here, Professor Langhouse for being here, Professor Schneider, thank you so much for being here. And I know that we have others who also couldn't be here today, either because of their teaching schedule or due to the COVID situation, but want to watch the recording. So thank you so much for all you do. We so appreciate it, and know that you have a legacy out there with the number of students that you have impacted as well. So this concludes our program. Thank you so much, and as you mentioned, O and Dr. Fell, we hope for blessings for the entire Mathews family and their legacy. Thank you.